Okay, so you're probably freaking out. You had a big cheat weekend, you ate a lot of food that you were not supposed to, and you probably think that you undid all of your hard work, especially because you confirmed on the scale. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do step by step. First, buy my book, and once you do that, you are gonna lose all the weight that you put on during that weekend and rub some melted peanut butter on your stomach. You should still buy my book though. All right guys, it's 2022, almost 2023. And the reason I started the video like that is because if you're still falling for those gimmicky products that promise you miracle results, the pills that are gonna get you to lose 10 or 15 pounds or 5 inches off your waistline.
That's some bullshit.
Nevertheless, if you did happen to have a big cheat weekend or a big cheat meal and you think you undid all your hard work, first of all, calm down. It's not as bad as you think. The scale isn't a reflection of everything. And I am gonna tell you what those numbers could probably mean, but more importantly, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do, the most reasonable and most efficient thing that you can do once you've had that. Because remember, at the end of the day, we're humans. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to have fun once in a while, especially if you're dieting hard, especially if you're exercising hard. It's okay to let loose once in a while, but more importantly, it's okay to have a plan after the plan. So the first thing that we need to address is the scale. Now you got to keep in mind that your food isn't metabolized right away. You don't just store fat right away. Yes, you can put on some fat from a big meal, but a lot of the weight that you're gonna see on the scale is just gonna be a lot of the food still not being digested. So before you start freaking out and think that you put on 4 pounds, what really messes people up is the psychological state they put themselves in, because they think, oh, I already messed up, I'll keep messing up. And that's the wrong attitude to have. That the cheat meal or the cheat weekend isn't really what messed you up, it's what you do after. So keep that in mind. The scale isn't everything. Just give it some time, and I promise you the scale is going to regulate within a matter of days. If anything, don't check the scale after you've had a big cheat meal or cheat weekend. The second thing that you have to do, and these are all kind of intertwined, they're kind of in the they're kind of in the same category. So the first thing that you have to do, if you have a big cheat meal or cheat weekend, let's just say a cheat weekend, is you got to keep in mind that all of that food is nothing but stored energy in your body. Even if it's stored as fat, if you store it in your muscles, it's just stored energy, extra stored energy that is being ready to be used. So how can you use that to your advantage? The first thing that you can do, so there's two solutions, is fast for a whole day the following day. It's that simple. Just drink plenty of water. If you need to have some broths to kind of keep you satiated, some sparkling water, maybe some coffee, that's fine. But just fast the whole day the next day so that your body can use the energy that is stored from that weekend. Now, if you don't think you can fast for a whole day, that's okay. One thing that you could do for the next 3 days is just cut your carbs or your calories by 25% for the next 3 days. It's that simple. Just cut your calories, by a margin of 25, even 50, depending on how bad you think the cheat meal was. Don't overdo it, of course, but just cut your calories for the next 3 days. After that, you're gonna be okay, I promise you. And this is the most important thing. Stored energy, right? We just said, extra food is stored energy. What's the best way to use stored energy? Exercise. But it's not just any kind of exercise that I would recommend. Although if you wanna do cardio, high intensity interval training, or you have a game the next day, that's good as well. But the best way to do it is weight training. So if you had a big cheat meal, let's say that it was, just for the sake of, we're close to the holidays. For the sake of the example, if it's Thanksgiving, Thursday, Friday, you had a rough, 2 days or a good fun 2 days, then plan on working out Saturday or Sunday or even Monday, and just plan on having 3 consecutive weight training days, because you're more likely to use that stored energy because you're providing fuel for your muscles. And remember, one of the things that I've talked a lot about in this channel is one of those simple habits that is going to make weight loss feel very easy and effortless is if you have a weight training routine. Because having a little bit of muscle, you don't have to be super jacked, you don't have to be super muscular, but training your muscles, stimulating your muscles is the number one thing that dictates your metabolism. So that's how you can have a fast or slow metabolism, is if you stimulate or you have some muscle. So use those muscles after a cheat meal, after a cheat weekend, and use that stored energy. So again, just to recap, pretty simple. If you've had, now that we're getting close to the holidays, if you have a rough weekend where you eat a lot, or you think you've undone all your hard work and the scale says that you've put on, I don't care if it says 10 pounds, Remember, first thing is that not all of that weight is going to be stored fat. Yes, some of it is going to be stored fat, but your body's quickly going to regulate. The worst thing you can do is let Thanksgiving snowball into Christmas, and then Christmas into New Year's, and then New Year's you have a New Year's resolution, but guess what? You're 20 pounds behind because you just didn't stop yourself from that negative snowball. So again, ignore the scale. I mean, use it as a reference, but it's not everything. And more importantly, once you've had those cheat meals or that cheat weekend, fast for a whole day the next day, or fast or cut your calories for the next 3 days, and more importantly, do some heavy weight training. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you like the content, remember, in my channel, I focus on simple and easy, sustainable habits that make a big difference in your short-term and long-term weight loss goals. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one.